it may have stood somewhere else entirely. So where did the temple of Yahweh actually stand? To answer that, we need to look not just at stonework and ruins, but at the Bible itself. Because the temple wasn't just any building, it was a place of worship, of cleansing, of atonement. A place where priests served daily and where blood and water flowed continually. And that brings us to one of the most overlooked necessities of the temple: water. The temple needed an abundant, ongoing, natural water source. Why? For ritual cleansing of the priests, Exodus 30:17 through 21, washing sacrificial instruments, cleansing blood from temple courts during feast days, and maintaining the mikveh, the immersion pools used by the people and the priests. But here's the problem. The Temple Mount, as we know it today, has no natural water source. None. No spring, no underground stream, no access to living water. In fact, ancient engineers had to devise massive aqueducts to try to bring water in artificially from miles away. Does that sound like the location Yahweh would have chosen? Now compare that to the Gihon Spring, located just below the eastern ridge in the city of David. The Gihon is the only natural spring in all of ancient Jerusalem. It flows constantly, bubbling up from the rock, even during drought. It's where Solomon was anointed king, 1 Kings 1:38-39. And it is directly connected by both geography and scripture to Zion. Psalm 132:13-14 says, "For Yahweh has chosen Zion, he has desired it for his dwelling place. This is my resting place forever. Here I dwell, for I have desired it." 2 Chronicles 3:1 says, "Then Solomon began to build the house of Yahweh at Jerusalem in Mount Moriah, in the place that David had prepared on the threshing floor of Ornan the Jebusite." And where was David's city? Where was Mount Zion? Not on the current Temple Mount, but on the southeastern ridge, near the Gihon Spring. Even the prophet Ezekiel gives us a directional clue in Ezekiel 8:16. 25 men stood in the inner court of the temple with their backs toward the temple and faces toward the east, worshiping the sun. That only makes sense if the temple faced east, toward the Mount of Olives, and that alignment matches the geography of the city of David and the Gihon Spring. It does not match the current orientation of the Temple Mount Plaza, which faces north-northeast. The more we follow the clues, the more everything points away from the traditional Temple Mount and toward the ridge